guys, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and let's talk about your final projects. Now, there are going to be two parts of your final for this particular unit. The first is the final project. Now, we discussed this over and over again. Sorry, guys, flies. We loved our Gothic tracker, and we loved our Gothic tracker because it got all of our beautiful, wonderful thoughts into one place. So, you're going to continue this particular behavior by picking two media and analyzing them for elements of Gothic literature. Now, if we go to our classwork page, we have our final Gothic project, as well as our final Gothic essay. We're going to open both of these puppies right now. We also have a beautiful, wonderful baby tracker. We love our baby tracker. And our big problem here is we also have all of our Gothic lit. Now, since we've already together done all of the Gothic literature for this unit, you yourself are going to have to analyze two pieces without me. So you get a choice. In my class, I want you to do one piece of written at least, and you may use a movie. Or you can do two pieces of written. That's okay. We cannot do two movies. No. So for our short stories, we got The Monkey's Paw, Black Cat, and The Lottery. Now, if you're looking for something that's kind of mystical, The Monkey's Paw is your thing. And it's basically goes along that same motif of be careful what you wish for. Then there's got The Black Cat. Now, I know him, you love him. We totally read tons and tons and tons of his work. It's Edgar Allan Poe again, guys. But think The Raven, but if it was a cat and dead. Then up next, we have The Lottery. Now, in America, The Lottery has a very positive connotation. You don't want to win this one, though, because whoever wins this one, they're going down. Now, we also have a bunch of poems. Now, we have the My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess is very much on the same vein as Corpse Bride. We have a woman who's married to a man, and in doing so, he kind of defines her worth. Wait 1 second. I'm going to have to kill myself a fly. Give me a... That's what I thought. Anyway, My Last Duchess, it's a woman who marries a man, and then he sees her worth only as to what he can get from her. The Sick Rose is a lovely poem, guys. But you guys have this idea that, remember, short is super good. I'm going to use short. Remember Wendigo. Remember, Wendigo is very short, but because we had an unreliable narrator, we ended up with a completely different story than what is originally on the paper. So this is what I'm going to tell you. If you're not really strong in poetry, let it go. Do not be deceived. Haunted Palace is your typical haunted house poem, guys. Like literally, it is typical. No problems there. 1 second, I got somebody at the door. Sorry, guys, boys volleyball players. Now, the Haunted Palace, very much a haunted house story. Some of you guys really like it. I know you're going to enjoy it. Now, we also have 4 movies. Now, we did The Corpse Bride. We have Edward Scissorhands, The Birds, and Rear Window. Now, Corpse Bride is the story. It's very animated. It's a musical. It's very whimsical. It is a lot about can you live in another world? It fits all of the Gothic elements very easily. If you want that one, it's fine. Edward Scissorhands, if you want to push yourself a little bit, Edward Scissorhands, it might be hard to find a couple of the Gothic elements. And it is a very wonderful retelling of the story of Frankenstein from more of a perspective of not only are the villagers the monsters, but in a lot of ways, we hide what is true about ourselves. Then The Birds. The Birds is actually, for my kids who are really into like real life, it happened. The Birds was actually shot in a Bodega Bay, which is right above San Francisco. And it actually is, strangely enough, it is actually based off something that happened in Monterey, where there was a toxic algae bloom. The birds ended up eating the algae. The birds ended up attacking people because they were tripping. I'm not joking. You can look it up. It's crazy. And then Rear Window. Rear Window is great. And once you watch it, you're going to be like, oh, Miss Barr, this is like from so many different things. I've seen this all over media. The thing is, Rear Window is what happens when you wish that your world was as exciting. Your world does become exciting, and it's a little too exciting for you. What do you do when you know someone's a murderer, but no one believes you? You guys are going to watch this and be like, oh, Miss Barr, this is just so much like this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, yeah, that they were all inspired by this. So watch the original. You can see where everybody got their ideas. Now, once you pick your two pieces, you're going to analyze them. Now, because I love you, I gave you guys a baby element tracker. Do you have to do the tracker? No. Is it there to help you kind of gather your thoughts? Totally. And during this, you're going to find your bleak setting, find your Gothic villain, find your Gothic themes, find your gloomy mood, and find your reoccurring symbol. Now, you're going to have to write an essay on one of your media. So you want to make sure you get many of these as possible. Let's say you can't find one. That's not a big deal. Let's say you can't find two. That's not a big deal. If you can't find three, go get a different piece of media. Maybe no. Also, do yourself a huge favor. Do not look up like Corpse Bride Gothic Lit. You will be swamped with information, but you'll be reading so much more than you actually have to. Literally, my loves, you can do this. It's very, very easy. I promise. Now, once you picked your short story, poem, and a movie, we have to have two different media. Short story and a poem, or short story and a movie, or poem and a movie. That's fine. Once you pick your two, maybe we use our tracker a little bit to jot some ideas down. That's when you have to decide, okay, which one do I want as a project and which one do I want to use as an essay? Now, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom here. It is best to use the media that you understand the best for the essay because you know you're still getting back on essay track, and that's the hard part. So let's say you really get movies very easily because all of those visuals, you see them, you understand them better, you got all 5 elements. I've got this down. Then use your movie to do the essay. If you are reading your short story and you're like, I've got 3 elements, I feel pretty good about this, then how about, my beloved, do that as the art project? Because you're like, I know the reoccurring symbol in this poem is like raven, black feathers. So I'm going to make a black feather. That's perfect. Go you. But if you don't understand either, babes, it's time to come see me. I'm here every single morning. I'm here until 8 o'clock tonight. So literally come see me. We'll talk, we'll discuss, we'll analyze, and you'll feel better about life, I promise. So first things first, I'm going to say that you go to your choice board. You have 6 options, okay? Now, you can create an artistic representation. That can be anything. It can be a statue. It can be a chalk drawing. It can be just about anything you want. One of my kids is doing an actual like song with lyrics. So that's great. That's an artistic expression. Go you. Do not be bound by like what I say. Do what you want to do. Go baby go. Okay? Then create an Instagram account for the or you can create an Instagram account for your Gothic villain. Now, to help you out with that one, there's actually up here an Instagram template you can use if you want. Now, but you have to use the villain, not the main character, you have to use the villain. And when we do this, I want you guys to do 4 posts. I want you to have a picture. If you do the picture, I like it better. You need to have a picture, and then you need to have an actual Instagram. Now, here's where people fall apart. People are like, okay, this is so easy. I'm just going to do like 1 sentence each, and I'm going to be fabulous. No. Because you actually have to show me you read it. So it's good to have like, after every major incident in a story, we're going to have a post. For instance, if we were going to be the Raven in The Raven, we're going to sit there and like, hey man, just like buzzed into this guy's room. Why is he screaming at me? Okay, then we're going to talk about, oh man, he thinks that I have a master. He has no idea. I am straight from Hades. Then we do number 3 is going to be, okay, why is he screaming at me? And then the last one, of course, is going to be like, okay, this dude ain't getting off the floor. What am I supposed to do? Now, does it have to be more words than that? Yes. Does it have to be more detailed than that? Yes. Am I trying to be vague so that you don't copy me? Definitely. Now, up next is video. You guys are like the kings and queens of videos. I would love a video. Now, you can use you can make a movie trailer. But somebody actually asked me, and this was like a brilliant idea. I'm gonna have to add it next year. They're like, can we do like a TikTok video? Like not on TikTok, but like a TikTok-esque video where we do something that's very short and we do it on like how to drive your human crazy, or how do I do, how to make the best luncheon to kill your wife. I'm like, yeah, we could do that. That would be fine. But try to, if you can't, that's fine. That's her thing. But definitely go for that movie trailer. Now, option 4 is difficult. It is create a one-page short story that includes all 5 elements of Gothic lit. That is hard. I mean, whoa, Nelly, is that hard? If you want to try it, definitely you got to have all 5 elements. So you got to do all 5 of those puppies. So if you can do it, go you. You are a brilliant writer. If you can't, let it go. Pull an Elsa, let it go. Now, one of my students is currently being punished and is not allowed to write anything fun. So his mom wants him only to do essays. So we do have an argumentative essay. If you want to do 2 argumentative essays, you can. You don't have to. Don't worry about that option. And last but not least, to create your own visual interpretation of your text in an interactive child's storybook. Guys, literally start up a slide and just make that story into a children's book. Now, some kids are like, can we do like actual paper? Totally. If you would be so kind, I'd love to see it on paper. I mean, that would be amazing. I would be like, yay. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you? Go you. Now, right here is a couple of beautiful, wonderful, what do we call them? Links to some resources that Mrs. Cisco made because she's a brilliant woman. So if you guys want to go there, that's fine. Now, so again, we're going to got our 2 media. One of them's going to go over to the project land. Woo! The other one's going to, you guessed it, essay land. But we're not going to freak out so bad, okay? Because we do have a wonderful essay outline that Mr. McElroy created. And we're going to go over this in a different video, like line by line. But we do have an essay outline to help you out. They are treat paragraphs, just like your Annabelle Leach paragraphs. We're just going to do 3 of them, 1 on each element. So as long as you've got 3 of those elements, you're good to go. So that's our project. That's what we're doing, just in case you need a reminder, because some of y'all sleep a lot. Be good. Talk to you later. Bye.